Sir, you can start.
Yeah.
These were some highlights of this session. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So coming back to the previous question, how are you all? Like, did you try to go through the forum, the academy, or try to install UiPath in your own systems?
Sorry to say, Piyush, sorry to interrupt. Can you turn on your camera if it is possible? Because
Actually, it is
session
not.
is live on YouTube.
Oh, 1 second. Let me try. Okay, now is it visible?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Great. So we have anyone faced issues while installing Studio, or like one mentioned about the issue with the Orchestrator? So can you just share what the problem you faced while installing the Studio or connecting with the Orchestrator? And I guess, ma'am, can we just give the access to unmute themselves to everyone so that it will be more interactive?
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
So if anyone wants to speak, just first raise your hand so that we can give you access and you can unmute yourself and speak. That way it would be more appropriate. Good. Hi, Rizu.
ठीक है.
Okay, so failed sometimes while installing, but finally installed. Okay, great, Sachin. And yesterday, I guess there was one question from Aditya. Aditya, are you here? If I remember correctly, you were trying to ask something in the previous session.
Hi, sir.
Yeah, hi, Aditya.
So actually, I was asking that I already had done Citizen Foundation course on UiPath last month. So
Great.
regarding that, I want to discuss like what should be the next. Like, should I go for the course that you mentioned yesterday?
Okay, so one question, Aditya. Do you like coding? Or
Not
what is your
really.
background, basically? That I want to know.
So actually, I'm learning Python right now. Like it is like first coding language I'm trying.
Great. So it's not, if you're trying to learn something like Python, that means that it's not like you hate coding, right? So in that instance, I would say that you can go for the RP Developer Foundation course, because when you go through that, try to learn, you will not only learn about UiPath, it would be like you are learning another programming language and you won't even know that you are actually learning. It's something like that. And just the course that you have done for the citizen developer, that is a great course. But in future, if you want to explore in art at advanced level, you might find some drawbacks, like going with the artificial intelligence and giving your robots the power of AI and their self thinking. That at that moment you might find yourself that you need to have the understanding of UiPath Studio Pro. So I would suggest that you should go with the foundation course as well.
Okay, sir. So also one more doubt.
Yeah.
So actually, I joined late yesterday, so I skipped the connection process. UiPath is already installed on my system, and I created the orchestra ID. So can you please explain how to connect it with
Okay.
UiPath?
So you missed the part where we are connecting our studio with the orchestrator using machine key, right? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's one thing we will repeat today. And anything else, Aditya?
No, thank you, sir.
Okay. And there was one more question I saw earlier from Kaushik Kumar. Kaushik, can you unmute yourself and share your problem as well with all of us?
Good afternoon, sir.
Hi.
Sir,
Good evening.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, I'm trying to install, but sir, some issues coming. When I'm configuring the preferences, the connection type from machine key, but it is not connected with license. It's showing
Is it
unlicensed.
showing a red icon?
Yes,
Like
yes,
instead
sir.
of, okay. So okay, that also we will I will just show you again how to create your orchestrator machine key. That way you can just retry that part. And
Okay,
if you still face the issue, what we can do, you can share your screen and we can see how what the issue is coming up. Okay,
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
anyone else who wants to have clear any doubt or want to ask something from yesterday's session, or are we good to go with the today's session as well? Guys, you can always just write it in the chat box, yes or no, anything, and be interactive. That is the main motto of this all the sessions. You have to be interactive throughout the week. Good to go. Okay, so before going with the recap, I want to ask the question again. Do you guys have ever played Kahoot? Are you guys ready for a quiz? Yes. Okay, for if there is any student who has never gone through Kahoot, have never played, then I would suggest then just follow up with me. You just need your mobiles. I will start the quiz on my start sharing my screen. You would be able to see a question, and on your devices you just need to select the right option. Okay, that the questions will be from your previous session that we you all have attended yesterday. And I'm really glad, like out of 42, 36 have joined. That is almost for everyone is here. So let's start with this session. Give me a minute. Open. So is the screen visible, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just this is your game pin. Everyone log into kahoot.it and you can just add this pin and start joining the session. Let's see how many of you have really followed yesterday's session. And if anyone faces any issue to connect over here, you can just mention in the chat box, right? There is one player, Majestic Pigeon. Keep coming, guys. How many we have? We have 37. We will be waiting till 5:20 for everyone to join the game so that we can start. Yes, 50% have joined. Dingo. Epic snail. For tomorrow's Kahoot, do you guys want to get the chance to give your own name instead of that spinner? Okay, only Aditya wants. Well, if that's the case, I cannot remove that spinner unless there is a majority. Three minutes to go, guys. Is anyone still joining? Let's wait for 2 more minutes. I guess everyone has joined. Out of 36, we have got 23 students. Is no one else joining? Shall I start the game? One last minute is left. Okay. I am just starting the game. So let's get back to the first question. From where we should start learning about UiPath. So yesterday I had shared various resources using which you can learn. Which is the best one? Wow, almost everyone is correct. 19, 20, 21. How come there are only 21 answers when there are 23 participants? Awesome. So for those who have answered YouTube and UiPath Cloud. So YouTube is also a great platform, I would say. Even when you want to go for an advance in UiPath, I would say that YouTube would be a great approach. But for starting, if you want to build up a great foundation, then UiPath Academy is your only way to do that. And UiPath Cloud is for development purpose. It's not for learning. So let's see who is on the top. We have got Magic Glider. Who is Magic Glider? Logged out, please tell again game pin. Saksham, the game is already started, so I guess you won't be able to join. But still the game pin is here visible. You can try 7692847. Maybe I can copy it. Let's see. Anyway, who is Magic Glider, the number one player right now? That's Ashi Dubey. Great. Let's go to the next question. You have got only 6 questions and you want to be at the top. RPA provides us with, what are the features that RPA provides us with? Accuracy, reliability, compliance, or all of the above? There is only one correct answer out of all these 4. Again, only one incorrect. 21 are awesome people. Yes. Let's see. Okay, Magic Glider has gone down and we have got Arctic GNU. So who is it now on the number 1? Aditya, great. So you have taken up the place of Ashi. Now let's see who is next. How many studio profiles are present in UiPath? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Recording. It's all about speed, guys. If you want to come at the top, answer the fastest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over. Let's see. Oh my God. There are 9 people who have given the wrong answer. So only 11 people are there who have focused, given a complete focus yesterday. So there are 3 profiles in Studio, which you all might have seen if you would have installed UiPath Studio in your system. First one was Studio Pro, then Studio, and then Studio X. So who is at the top? Yes, Aditya is still on the top. He's not giving his position to anyone. We are left with 3 questions. My YouTube channel name is. So 15 answers, 17, 18, 20. I guess we are almost everyone has answered. Nice. Great that you have not misspelled my name. I have seen many people do that mistake. So Epic Snail has a streak of 4 correct answers. Great Epic Snail. Now, who is it? Epic Snail? Pratik Raj. Great, Pratik. And someone bring Aditya down. He's still at the top. Don't let him win the game so easily. Have you subscribed to my channel? Be honest, guys. I know the answer. Well, everyone have already answered, but still, let's wait. Okay, there are 14 liars within us and 9 honest people. I hate liars. No one has subscribed to my channel. I know that. I know that really well. Let's see. Okay, Aditya is not a liar. We all have seen that. Charming Tiger is on the top. Great Charming Tiger. Who is our Charming Tiger? Well, you can first answer the question. How many types of machines can be created in the orchestrator? So this is the last question, guys. The chance to win. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now at this moment, everyone with the answers are fluctuating. Only 6 people are able to answer this properly. So I will repeat this part today, that how to create a machine. At the time you can understand that there are 3 machines only. One which is like your standard robot for the floating machine template, and one for the cloud machine. Okay, let's see who is the winner. Our top players. Number 3, Wing Sphinx. Guys, just name yourself. Who is Wing Sphinx? Sachin Nehra. Great. A Charming Tiger. Nice. We have got at first position Genius Badger. You guys can name yourself in the chat and let everyone know who you are. Okay. So who is Genius Badger? Our number 1 player. Lakshay Jain. Great, Lakshay. Rock the game. 5 out of 6 answers. Though Wings Phoenix, Sachin, you need to, I guess, speed up your game. You answered all the questions correct, but still at 3rd position. Anyway, great. Let's close the game for now and move forward, move back to our session. I guess I will have to reshare my screen. Is my presentation visible to everyone? Can anyone acknowledge in the chat? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So before starting with our basic session for like the second session of this day, we will go back how to connect our UiPath Studio with the orchestrator. For that, I will simply open my cloud Okay. So guys, as you all might have remember, this is our automation cloud, UiPath cloud, where all the resources provided by UiPath are available. And from here, you can either use the resources, such as in future, you would find the need to use this data service, processes, apps. You can create your own apps with UiPath itself. Action Center, Orchestrator. Now, for today, let's go back to the Orchestrator, the place from where you can monitor everything going on with your bots. In future, if you can create 100 bots deployed on 100 or 10,000 of machines anywhere, any number of machines, you can keep a watch from here, one place. So since you all have a modern folder, you just need to create a machine for your system. So go to tenant, then go to machines. Once you are over here, click on add a new machine, and see there are only 3 types of machines: a standard machine, machine template, and cloud machine pool. You need to click on add standard machine, then it will ask for a name. So there are 2 ways with which you can find the name of your system. First one, open a command prompt and type who am I. Ask the system who are you, basically. Okay, so then you will find this name, particular name. The name which is given before backslash is your system name, and after that is your username. And what we require is this particular name. You can copy this and paste over here. Or second approach is open your assistant. I guess 1 second. Open it again. Yeah. So my assistant would be open over here. Go to the profile icon and go to preferences. Over here, yes, who is this?
Sir, only Dheeraj, sir. Only your window is shared, sir, not the full screen, sir.
Only window is okay. You mean to say you are only able to see one screen?
Yes, sir. Full screen it is not shared, sir.
Okay, 1 second. I will just reshare my screen. Thanks, Dheeraj. So next, now is the complete screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So what I was saying, once you are able to open your assistant, click on this preference icon and click on preferences. Then over here, go to the orchestrator settings. First, try to just directly connect your orchestrator connection with the service URL. For most of you, since your account is new, you would be able to do it with single sign-on option. If still there is an issue, go open the machine key, select the machine name, paste it over here, give a description. It's an optional, so it's up to you, and give this unattended runtime license. You can just increase the number by 1. There are limited number of licenses which are allocated to everyone, so just give only 1 license and click on provision. Okay, once that done, just need to click on provision button. So once you are done with that, something like this would be visible on your screen: your name of the system, description, the type, and the install version. Then you need to click on edit machine and get this machine key. This is one thing which is required to connect your assistant with the orchestrator. You will just copy it, go back to our preferences, and provide the machine key over here. Then this is your orchestrator URL. Just before the orchestrator keyword, select that and paste it over here. And click on connect. This is the most easiest approach you can go with to connect your system with the orchestrator, and you will find a connected license status over here. And this is something which is required only at the first instance when you have just installed UiPath Studio in your system, because once your system is connected with the orchestrator, all the licenses are checked with the actual UiPath Community Cloud, and it verifies that yes, you are a valid user, you are using the community edition, and it's the first time you have installed it. So after that, you can simply disconnect it and keep using your studio in an offline mode as well. Is everything clear to others, or still is there any doubt? Already connected and licensed. Great, Sachin. How about others? Mention in the chat box if your system is connected or not. Connected, Dheeraj. Aman connected. Okay. So you all are able to connect your orchestrator, and still there is no one left, right? Because from today onwards, we are seeing the actual automation, some examples, demonstrations, and probably from tomorrow onwards, we will start developing things by our own. Okay. So make sure that your studios are working fine. So let's move towards our second session of RPA. Okay. Should we go ahead, or still anyone is left? I don't want to leave anyone behind. Out of 34, I am just getting 4 or 5 responses in the chat. Unlicensed Kaushik. Okay. Kaushik, can you check if what are the folder names in your orchestrator? Cloud is not connecting. Okay. So Kaushik, can you once tell me what are the folders available over here in your screen? Is it a shared folder and something other, or is it default is given over there? And same for Saurabh. Guys, please respond. Or if you want to share your screen, you can do that as well. You can just let us know. We will give you the permission to share your screen so that you can show that, and we can discuss it why that issue is coming up with in your case. Yes, Kaushik. So, okay, Kaushik, do you want to share your screen? Yeah, okay. So, can we give access to the Kaushik?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
To whom? Yes, sir. We are giving.
I'll stop share my screen. Saurabh cloud.uipath.com. Saurabh, try to re-access the URL with this link. If your page is not loading, either you are using a invalid URL or your internet connection might be slow.
Kaushik, please check. Can you share your screen now? Kaushik, please check.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Great, Kaushik. So can you show us your orchestrator? So you have got modern folders only, and your machine is ready. Unattended runtime license. Can you scroll down? Okay, you have given a testing license as well. No worries. Okay. Show me that assistant. What is coming up? Connected and license. Okay. Once disconnected, and click on the orchestrator URL. Okay. Do one thing first. First, go back to the orchestrator and recreate this. Delete this machine. You can just click on cancel. Delete both the machines. Now click on add new machine. Standard. Now go to your assistant, copy the name given in this, the machine name, and paste it over there. Give one unattended runtime license. Click on provision. Now click on this copy icon. Yeah. Now go to assistant and paste it over there. Paste it in the machine key. Machine key, last option. Okay. Now copy your orchestrator URL from the navigation bar. Just copy till default tenant. Yes. And paste it over in the assistant. Okay. Click on connect. Let's see. Okay, it's still saying
Same.
unlicensed.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe there is some license issue in your case. Then what you can do, go back to tenant,
So what's
go back to your orchestrator, just click on the browser. Now click on this folders option. On the machine, where machine is there, yeah, right. Then it says you have got this. Click on the plus icon within besides manage folders. There is a below, just below the personal workspace. Yeah, click over there, new folder.
this one?
Yes. Name, give any name. Folder description. Let's see what kind of folder is created. And click on create. Can you click on that folder once?
Yes.
And now click on the more options besides the description at the end, which is given. At the top, where is this information symbol is given.
This one, sir.
Yeah, just click on the right side, the more options which is available. Okay, click on edit. Does it show the option? No, it is not showing us. Okay, click on cancel. Can you click on this? Besides the new folder, the way we created, there is another icon besides that. Just how you have created the manage new folder, right? Besides that,
Yes,
there is another icon.
this one, sir.
Subfolder. No. Okay, that is also not required. Okay, there is some issue with this. I think you are not able to even create a default folder for yourself. Okay, Kaushik, what we can do tomorrow, we will discuss this part, how I will check what is the issue coming up with you and do the needful. In tomorrow's session, I will help you out to connect your orchestrator to the studio. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Though for now, are you not even able to open the studio as of now?
No, sir. Sir, studio is opening, sir, but the license
Okay.
orchestrator, sir.
Okay. Then that's okay. Then you can just for now, what you can do, or you can disconnect your assistant from studio, so that at least you on the local system you can start building your bots. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. And you can I guess close sharing your screen if it is still open. And how about other? I guess there was one more person. Saurabh. Now loaded. Okay. Great. So Saurabh, you just try to do that, connecting the studio with the orchestrator yourself again. So guys, let's start with the today's session. Okay. So today we are going to first, this is again a question from you all. Like yesterday we had discussed what is RPA and what is automation. So by default, like technical definition of automation is like the creation and application of technology to monitor and control the production and delivery of products and services. Yesterday I just gave an example, if I remember correctly, about newspaper machines, like how there are machines which can just, if you give them a simple template what kind of newspaper they needs to print out, they simply starts printing in a bulk manner, right? So do you guys have clearly understand what is the difference between RPA and automation? Yes or no? Just guys be interactive in the chat box. Yes or no? Okay. So there are three states. Like in RPA, we can define as robotic process automation. By robotic, we means we create a robot, a software application that can mimics our own human actions. Like even presenting this is something a human action I'm doing. If I can create a robot do mimic my actions, then that is my studio robotic part of RPA. Then comes process. Process is basically a sequence of steps that leads to meaningful activity or task is known as a process. So if I explain that process is anything that you can divide into multiple steps. If I am like, for example, I am creating a process of printing the newspaper itself. Okay. So what would the process? First, step one, find some information. Step two, design that information into something visible. Step three, give that complete information to the machine. Step four, print that out. So that was a process I was able to list out within steps. So that anything that you can list out into simple steps, that is a kind of process. Now, in terms of digital process, what you can automate, you just need to think that what is there in your system that you can divide into multiple steps, and then you can just, once you learn the basic things, syntax, I would say with RPA, to then you can use them and automate them. Next comes automation. Like the word itself describes it, it's what's the meaning? Task happens automatically. It could be with human intervention or without human intervention. Okay, so we are going to discuss about them now in the next slide. So basically, there are two types of bots. One is an attended bot and another is a unattended bot. What do I mean by attended bot is somewhere where a human is required for that bot to work properly. Let's say, do you guys might, like, this is I guess example which everyone would be agree with. Whenever we call a customer care, we get a ringtone over there. Then they ask if it's you want to speak in Hindi, you want to speak in English, and after that sequence of steps are there. They ask us for some information, and if there is a query, then also we just tell them, and it's then move forward to the customer care. Now the idea is that starting part is something that is unattended or it is completely automated, but it does not actually fulfill our complete needs. What happens at later end, if we want to really solve a problem, we need to talk to some customer executive who takes information from us, feeds it into his system, and then that's particular problem is moved forward to the technical team. So that is something kind of attended bots, I would say, attended automation. The somewhere a human was required to take the decision. Like I would say, if my problem is with, for example, an internet problem, one problem it could be I have a problem with my telephone. It could be a problem with the broadband. Now, what I can do, I can call the customer care. I would be talking to some executive, and they will think that if the problem that I am facing is with which department, and then they will pass on that information to the whoever is responsible for it. So until or unless that executive do some kind of intervention in between this process, that won't be able to complete. So that is a kind of attended automation, or what we can say, we need attended bots to do that. And if we talk about unattended bots, so that is something fully automated by teaching the robot how to do it. Everything. It's what our task would be. One, either we can schedule it, like set a timer for that at this time you have to start, you have to complete your work as soon as possible. Or we can simply click on a play button and then it will start. That is like triggering the bot that get on and start doing your work. So did you guys got some understanding about attended and unattended? Okay, one. Others other than Saurabh? Okay, so for more clarification, let's go with a demonstration. That's learning with watching, I guess, the best way to understand things. So I will go back to my assistant. So this is my assistant, and over here you can see there are multiple bots available. So first of all, let's find, this is our attended automation demo. I will simply click on this play button. Job has started. I'm not doing anything. My hands are over here. Okay. Now what is going to happen? The bot has started, and this later you can see a green button is over here. This is the bot icon. Now, since this is an attended bot, it is waiting for my intervention. It is asking me what to write. If I don't give it any kind of response, it will just keep on waiting till infinity or unless my system is switched off. Okay. So without wasting time, I will just give it some input like hello world. The first code that you might be, if you learn any programming language, this is the first thing you would do. Everyone will teach you. So we will go with this, say hello world, and click on OK. Again, my hands are over here, you can see, and the bot itself open a notepad and write it into that, the hello world. So this was a kind of attended automation. My intervention was required just to take a decision that what I want to write. If I wanted to write something else, then it would write that. Like for example, I will just rerun this again. This is the attended bot. Now instead of hello world, let's say RPA is awesome. Okay. And I will just again click on OK. So it's not like something is fixed over here. The everything depends on the decision that the human is taking. That is a kind of attended automation. Wherever human's decision defines what the next flow the bot is going to take. Now, if we talk about unattended automation, somewhere where all the steps are predefined and it's all about, like I have already told the bot, I have teach the bot that what it needs to do. So let's run this bot, unattended automation. So again, this has started, my hands are over here, and it has simply write it down itself. Hello everyone. So the step was predefined to bot that you have to open a notepad and you have to start typing hello everyone. Or if there is something written, you can just empty it out. This is something that was pre-taught, like I have pre-explained to the bot to do it. Those are the types of attended and unattended automation. Is everyone clear with these two topics? One, two, okay. Then if anyone is clear, if everyone is really clear about attended or unattended automation, can you give me an example from your real life? If I were to ask you that what is something that is unattended by you that you think you can automate, or let's first go with attended automation. Give me some example from your real life which you think that can be automated. Alexa is attended bot. Alexa, yes, in a way we can say Alexa and Google Assistant are attended bots, though they are not bots actually. They are more like, we can say they are something which are able to connect with internet, find some information from there and give back to the user. But still, yeah, that the answer is somewhere correct. They are attended. So it takes, aren't they chatbots? Alexa and Google are not chatbots. They are more like conversational speakers. Discord bots attended. Yes, Ashi. That is a great answer. We all use Discord bots for chatting while playing games. If we give them some input, they are able to manipulate them. Metro door. Metro door. Metro door is, according to Neeraj, it is the example of attended or unattended. Unattended. Neeraj. So I think yes. No, that is a kind of difficult question, because in a one way we can think that a metro door won't open until or unless you give the sensors a human presence is there or some object is there. So in that way they will never open or close by themselves. So we can put them, categorize them in the attended bot as well. You know, it if the doors would be opening by themselves without any kind of external intervention, then first of all those doors won't be like in working condition. It would be seem like they are faulted, and they won't, they then only it would be considered unattended. Okay, so metro doors you can categorize them in attended automation. Then we have got telegram schedule messaging. Yeah, Aman, that is a kind of we can make you can develop in unattended automation, because since we are scheduling a message, we can define a set a certain amount of time and set the message before the bot is run. Bot will itself trigger and start sending the message. YouTube live stream bots are unattended. Sachin, what are YouTube live stream bots? Like, can you give me an example more clear? Because I think I'm not sure about that YouTube live stream bots, what you are referring to. If you want, you can always unmute yourself. And guys, others, you can I want examples for unattended bots also. We have got some great examples for attended. Now speak about unattended bots as well. We have got only, I guess, one example, that is Telegram scheduled by Aman. So how about others? Can you guess anything about unattended bots? Anything which is able to run itself? It could be like you just told them the specific steps, you need to do these, and they don't need your attention. Setting an alarm, setting an alarm, that can be unattended. Yeah, because you can predefine it and just it will set that alarm on particular time. When we type Instagram in live stream, it gives IG of streamers. Yeah, that is also good. Automatic washing machine. Sainath, you are moving away from RPA. Stay in the software world, digital world. Don't go to the real world. RPA robotic process automation lives in the digital world. Okay. So next is autopilot. That's nice again, but actually be in the, like, we have to think, we have to manipulate our thinking itself in the digital world, that what we do with our systems, mobile, even, you know, mobiles can also be automated. Mobile is also kind of in a digital world in which we live like almost half of our day going through Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn. Yeah, I believe almost few, I guess at least third year and final year students are on LinkedIn and know what is LinkedIn. Since today we are talking about RPA, so I won't go in deep, but you should have a good LinkedIn account or profile over there. Okay. So still, anyone want to share any example, or should we move forward? The weather bots. Sorry, I'm not sure what are the weather bots. Okay. So guys, let's move forward with the next slides. Next, we have got types of process flows. So in UiPath, or in basic, we can say there are two kinds of process flows. One is a sequential, that is basically a process which executes step by step in predetermined order without any flow decisions. So that is a kind of, you can say, an unattended. You cannot define it in unattended just because it is a step by step and no decisions are taken. Because in sequence also it might be possible we are asking for some kind of decision or in from the user. So by sequential, what we mean is that they are this just step by step we are need to do the task. No, it is not unattended. A sequence is something in which all the steps are just doing in single order. Like First I am asking for an input, then I am manipulating that input, and then just giving the output to the user. So that is the basic process flow. Take input, process it, and give output. That is a sequential flow, a process which executes step by step. Next, we have got the second type of process flow, which is flow process. So a process which requires flow decisions or a choice to be made before moving forward. Can you guys see the screen? I guess I need to increase the font. Let me see if I can do that. Oh, it is reducing. Yeah, now it is increasing somehow. Wow. So can you see this particular image? Over there, over here, like earlier we had only 3 steps: take input, process it, and output. Now what we are going, step 1, take some input. Then step 2, there is a condition I have defined. Then check if the input is hello or if the input is world. Okay, so what my final output that I want is just a hello world message. So over here I am asking for a decision. If it is a hello is written, okay, then the condition would be true. So the step 3 at that time would be hello plus world. The message keyword over here is defining a hello. Okay, so that is a variable which we will talking in the next section. So but if the word is not hello, it is something else, probably world, probably everyone, could be anything. So I am just saying, if it is not hello, the condition becomes false and the step 3 changes. So in a flow process, are the step which is to be executed next might change based on the decision that what needs to take. So if the word given in input is not hello, it will go with this step 3 which is on the right and give set the message as hello plus whatever that keyword is. It could be hello everyone, hello RPA, anything could be there. Okay, then step 4, same for both of them. Over here it's basically printing that message box, whatever it is. So that is a kind of flow process. Let's see if I can just bring that back to, okay. So did you guys understand like conditional loops in programming? Conditional loops, you cannot say them as loop, you can call them as conditionals, only conditionals. Because in loop, when we talk about loops, for students who are in first year, we will be covering loops and conditions later on. For those who know what are loops and conditions, over here we are talking about a condition where we just check if something is right or not, and based on that we move forward with the next task. But if we would be talking about loop, then that would have mean we are moving in an iterative cycle. Somewhere we are doing the same steps again and again. Okay. So did you guys understand it? The different process flows which are present, sequential and flowchart. Are you clear with that? Yes. Okay, only 2 are clear. Okay, so let's go for a better understanding. Let's go with the demonstration again. We will see how the robot is working with them. Okay, so let me open my studio. It takes a bit of time, so let's wait. I will close this. We can say sequential is having only one condition. Basically, Aman, whenever our steps are basically going in only one order. So sequential can have conditions as well, but the idea is that in my image as I show, if the step at step 2 the condition is defined, and based on that the step 3s are being taken. If the condition is true, then the left step would be used, and if it is false, then the right step would be used. So basically, if the steps are same, then it is sequential. If same step, like step 3 and step 3, there are 2 steps possible based on the decision, then you are going with the decision flow. So while we are developing our bots, we need to always first plan that which kind of automation we are working on. Does it need a flow process or does it need a sequential process? Okay, so let's see where my project is. I will have to go with this documents, UI path, probably over here. This RPA demo. Let's check if this is the correct one or not. In UiPath, just not well, tomorrow you will get to know, but still, whenever you create a process over here, what happens actually in the background, a folder is created for each bot that actually do the work. Okay, this is a new, this is not the correct one. Create demos return. Well, it should be right. Let me check the file. Day one data. Okay, this is not the correct one. Let's make a new one. That would be more faster. So I'm click on a process. I am giving it a name, RPA demo. Let's say sequence versus flowchart. Probably this is not right. And let's click on create. Now, what is going on in backend? It is creating my folder, creating the files, loading the dependencies, whatever is required to create this automation. Now, what I need to do is like take some input. So I will write input over here, select the first activity which is coming, give some title, let's say input, a label. Label is basically what I want to ask the user. What is your name? Let's keep the input type to be text and create a variable. Next, what I simply want to do, I want to process it. So I'm just using another activity called assign and put this message over here, then message plus write a word. Next, I need a message box. I want to display something. So I will do that and put message over here. So that was a simple sequence that we have created. Okay. And if anyone is not able to follow up, do not worry, because this part we will be covering up in tomorrow's session, how to actually use the studio. And what I'm doing is just for the demonstration purpose so that you can understand it very well. So it is first activity, this is running. It is asking me for my name. I will give it Piyush Agarwal. That was the step one. Then it processed the step 2 and went to step 3. It said Piyush Agarwal world. Actually, I wanted to write hello world. I forgot. Okay. Next, if I want to go with the flowchart, I will just create another flowchart over here. Let's just create it. Now, again, I want to do the same steps. I want to create and get an input, do some manipulation and put a message box. So I will drag the input over here, connect it, give the same values like input, any keyword, and a variable. Then I want to use a condition. I want to check what is that word. So for that, I am going to use this flow decision activity. I will simply connect this, and over here I can write if message dot equals hello. Okay. Next, I can connect it to true over here. If it is hello, then assign the message with help message plus world. But if it is not hello, let's say I will give input as world. Okay, then we want message to still make it into hello world. Now, once both of them, either of them are done, just display what the message is that we are trying to create. Our aim is to create a message called hello world, the first input that we learn in any programming language. So I am again clicking on this play button. You can see over the first activity is running. This icon can show. So let's say I'm giving it hello. It went over here through this true signal, it went and it said hello world. Okay, now again, if I just run it again, this time again input is here. I am giving world as input. This time instead of going through true section, it went through false, because the condition says, does the message is same as hello? The input was not same as hello, so it went with false and converted that into hello world and gave us an input. So this was flow decision and flow chart working. Okay, are you guys now clear with sequence and flow chart? What is the difference between them? 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. So does case sensitive matters? That is a good question. So by default, case sensitive does matter. But once you start learning what you can do, the best approach is, it is not only in RPA, but in any programming language or anywhere when you are trying to confirm two entities if they are same or not, just convert the variable which you want to check into a lower case. Like I would say over here, let me just show it in manually. I can just write a dot and say to lower. This is also kind of inbuilt function. The RPA is basically like you might have heard, if there is already something is built in this world, why go and waste your time to build it again from scratch? If like for example electricity is already developed, we know electricity, what is electricity is available, we use that electricity to charge our new things that we are developing day by day. We are not again going back to creating electricity. So in RPA, all kind of functions, features are already developed by real very big experts who are like the best in their domain. So now it's your time to implement your creativity, to use those functions and start building things. In similar way, for a small instance, we just use a variable, converted it to lower. So that means even if I write hello in capital, it will give it as hello, like in small, okay? And check with the keyword. So simple. Got it? Am I clear, Dheeraj? Yes. Okay. So let's move forward with the next slide. Processes to automate. So there are multiple processes which you can automate. Personally, I believe almost anything I can automate. It's just the task should be come in front of me. I should feel lazy at least to do that, or is there should be any need to do it, to automate it. So there are 5 things that you need to make sure before starting your automation. First, it should be repetitive in nature. If something is a one-time process, there is no reason to automate that. Okay, so make sure whatever you are automating is something repetitive. It could be in a week, you are doing that process every week, probably after every 3 days, or on daily basis. If something which is you are doing on daily basis, make sure that is your first point. Yes, this is something I need to automate. Second, manual work. If there is too much manual work involved to do something, let's say processing some kind of data available in your Excel file, Excels. For example, there is a database in which names are given, some emails are given, and the college names of students are given. Now you are asked to filter only the records out of that which belong to your own university. So tedious and manual work that is. You are going to look for every entry and check if the college name is same or not. Now you just need to think like that, that divide your work, whatever you are going to do manually, into steps and teach the bot how to do that. Like in this scenario, what you can do, you can simply think that my condition is that I need to check the column which contains the keyword my college name. If it contains that name, just copy that data and paste it in another Excel. That kind of thinking you need to just develop to work with RPA. Processing data. If you want to manipulate any kind of data, just like the previous example, that is something you can automate. If the task is time consuming, definitely automate that. No need to waste your time. And efficient to be automated. This is something you need to make sure when you go live in industry. As a student, you can automate anything or everything. It will just give you an experience, more your thinking, it will enlarge your thinking. But when you come to industry, before starting the automation, you need to be sure if what you are spending your time, money, resources, is it really worth it or not. So some examples are like student registrations, creating timetables, admission forms, permission slips, absence records, applying for some financial aid or faculty HR tasks, or we can go on. There are so many things like less yesterday one of you just mentioned applying for your interviews, applying for your resumes for jobs. So all these processes you can automate easily. Okay. Yes. I just I really like if you just mention in the chat always if you understand every slides or not. That gives me a move forward that I can go with the next slide. Okay. So again, because I have got a demo for you, because you can do almost anything with RPA. You just need your imagination and logical thinking, right? So let's go with the, I guess this is the last demo that I am giving for today, and something I would really like all of you to explore to build yourself if you can. And probably at the later sessions, we are going to build that as well. Okay. So the process that we are going to see today is email automation, something which comes in handy on day-to-day basis. Even if you build one, you would be able to, first of all, like your first part would be to help your teachers to teach you every day, give some kind of knowledge from, it could be from any domain, and that helps you to be a better person. So what you can do, you can create a bot that helps your teachers, or it could be at when you go at an organization level, something very must. And if you are someone who likes to work in kind of organizations, or by organization what I'm referring to clubs, as at student level, you might need this one. So what the goal is of email automation, like over here I have got an Excel. If you guys want to like help me out, you can give me your name and email. Few of you, 4 or 5, I will add that to this sheet, and when we run the bot, we would be able to send a message to each and every one of you with a single click. So are you guys willing to just share your names and emails in the chat box? Yes, Sainath is always super fast. Let's copy that. Just let me know if I just mistake someone's email anyhow. Okay. Aman Ashish Gupta. We have got Nishant with us. I am going with only 10 emails, and with this you can send any number of emails, and the speed at which the mails will be received by others, it will depend on your own internet speed. We have got Sayali Dalal. I hope I am not giving any invalid pronunciation. Okay, Khushi. Okay, we have got Rohit. Okay, last one. I'm going with Sachin Nehra. Okay, so we have got, okay, we have got 9 names. So let's go with another one. Neeraj. Is everyone has the correct emails? To sign up, make sure your email is correct. And I think there might be a mistake. Is it right? Okay. So over here, what I have got a list of names and some emails are over here. Cool. Now let's save it and close it. Now what I'm going to do, I call my bot email automation service. Service for the people who are busy with their life and they need to run bots. So this is my bulk email automation. And you know guys, this is something I had also built in my college life. So it's not something really you need to be an expert to develop. It's just imagination. So my account username is required. That I will add. Now password. Well, that is confidential something. So let's see what my password is. You know what? You won't be able to say it's encrypted and very safe. Okay, my password is there. Subject, let's say RPA session 2. Email demonstration. These two are available options if you want to add an image with your mail body. So for now we are just going with the message like hello. And in this particularly I have defined the bot as, if somewhere you find this curly brace 0, what you need to do, replace it with the name which is given in the Excel, so that the mails can be delivered to each of you with your respective names. Did you receive my mail? Let's click on submit. Now it is asking me for the Excel file which contains the list of emails. So I will just select it. Now you see this icon. This means that the bot is running and it has started to send the emails. Let's see how many emails are being sent, the bot is doing. Since I'm sending it from my email, I can check. Well, I have received a mail from myself. Hello, Piyush Agarwal. Yes, I have received the email. How about you guys? Sainath has received. Dheeraj has received. What about others? Do I need? My bot has said send successfully. It was faster than you guys. You see, my bot was faster than your response. That's bad, guys. Be fast at least. So everyone has received the mails. And you all must have received it with your own name that I mentioned in the first column. That is a kind of automation that you need to adapt, you need to learn. Like, and you know what, email automation is the most basic automation in this world of RPA. So just imagine if you just keep on learning and move on to the advanced world, what all you can just see get there. It's send mail one by one with the list. Yes, Sachin. So I have made the bot in such a way that I have told it, this is a list of mails and you need to send to each one of them, so that everyone, when you receive the mail, first of all, that there is security of data. Other than you yourself, you won't find the other's email. So Sachin, if you are receiving a mail from me, you won't be able to get the mail ID of Khushi, right? Similarly, Khushi won't be able to get the email ID of Sachin. Such kind of scenarios you always need to keep a focus on when you are in like real world, because and yesterday also I had mentioned data is everything in 2021. So keeping data secure, sending mails to users with their respective names, all such small things really build out your actual flow and shows the power of RPA. Got it, guys? And we are at the end of this session. So if anyone has any doubts for this session about, like today we had discussed for let's if I just wrap it up, we learned about two types of bots, attended and unattended. Then we found that what kind of process flows are there, sequential one and a flow process. Then we actually learned, we have a demonstration of email automation and learn about that what kind of processes we can automate. Now the session is open to you guys for next 7 minutes. If anyone is willing to speak up or have anyone queries, they can just unmute themselves. I will stop sharing my screen. Yeah, guys. So anyone with any doubts? No doubts till now. Great, Aditya. And guys, remember, be prepared for tomorrow. There will be a Kahoot again. Machine. Yeah, yes, Kaushik. Tomorrow we will discuss about that. I will check out what the issue might be coming with you. We will build bot tomorrow. That depends on tomorrow. Next, guys, marvelous session. Great. Okay, since no one has and got any more doubts, Rohit, can we wrap up the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir, for this amazing session. We learn a lot from this session. Hope we will have a session tomorrow. Guys, you have any doubts, then you can send them in your Telegram group. And now, sir, we can wrap up.
Yes, yes, great.
Thank you, sir. Okay, thank you all for joining us. You can leave. We'll have next session tomorrow, day 3. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Rohit, I guess Sainath is asking for Telegram link in the chat.
Okay, please check your email. We have sent it an email. It have a Telegram group link.
Okay. Great, guys. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Rohit, end the session for all.